This is a demonstration of the CMT tray feeder. What you see is the hopper, the feed tray, and in between is a flexible sleeve. There's actual hanger arms. There's one in the front, and you'll see actually two in the back that support the motor. The feeder operates with no moving parts through the use of the eccentric vibrator and changing the hertz input it to the unit. We change the feed rate in and out of the unit. We're now going to fill the hopper with some corn grits. It's a pretty free-flowing product. You'll see when you first fill, you may have some that comes out, and you'll see what the initial fill looks like with something like this, which is free-flowing. Let's see what we got there. One second. There's a few traces, hardly anything. As you can see in the feed tray itself, that the material sets right in the feed tray. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the eccentric vibrator on with a variable frequency control, and you'll see the material flowing out. You can see right now it's coming out at a very even flow out of the tray itself. Okay, we'll turn the feeder on all the way in a fast mode of operation like you normally would see on a batch. Then we'll go to a dribble mode. And when you go slow enough, you can actually get individual grains coming off the end of it. And then when you go to a stop, as you can see, you can go from fast to a stop. It's an instantaneous stop. Now we'll show the feeder as we tap the unit, just to show you how well the material sits in the feeder. Trying to simulate what it'd be like if you actually hit it or so on. As you can see, the material stays in the thing. Why don't you hit the legs, Kenny, so they can see that. You have to actually move the feeder for material to come out. So we'll run the feeder out now. Go ahead. This feeder has just an open slot design at the end. Normally would have a downspout which you'd flexibly connect to your process. We use this when we want to spread over a certain area and even flow. But from a batching standpoint, again, we have no moving parts in the feeder. We'll look at the feed tray in a second, how that's designed. It's a one-piece weldment, and all we're doing is moving the feed tray back and forth, and if you want to say changing the speed of that, we'll change the flow, similar to what a screw feeder would do. As we empty this out, you'll see the material pretty much is self-cleaning within the feed tray. You'll see a few trace particles, and now we'll show you how easy it is to clean it. Normally it'd be two flexible or two quick disconnect clamps on here. There are none on the flex sleeve right now, but Kenny will remove the top and give you complete access to the feeder. You bend that once you take this sleeve off or bend it away, either one. As you can see, the feed tray operates on an overlap principle. The material is going to come down on that one on the top feed tray close to us, go down on the other side, and the angle of repose will actually have the material stop between the two trays at that point. But it's a complete weldment. There are no moving parts. You can see the drive in the back side of this at this point where it's hung. That's the general operation of the tray feeder.